Hi again. Lost my connection there. Hello. Hi. It's working now. The audio is working fine. Is audio working fine now? Hi everyone. Hi. So yes, I'll continue from where I left off. We were talking about how you can contribute to Eduthon and what are the benefits of participation. So first benefit obviously is that you will have a startup, you will have your own education related startup. So if you want to change education, if you have some idea in your mind right now, like if you are a student, if you are a teacher, if you are an education leader and don't know where to start, Eduthon is the platform for you to begin again. So yes, for students, you must have some things in your mind, like school students are really not satisfied with the curriculum or the stress they are facing regarding education, or even the environment they are studying in right now. Even in times of pandemic, students have to study, students have to focus on their education, submit assignments, and just give exams also. This is a huge issue right now, that students have to give exams amidst pandemic. No matter what, we're expecting so much from students, and students are also stressed. So for such people who don't have anybody to listen to them, or who don't have any platform to go forward and bring a change in education, bring a change in what however we are approaching the education and whatever the education space is right now for them, we are providing them a platform to come forward and change it. Because school students mostly talk about this stuff with their parents or teachers, and they are not in a position to help them right now. No parent can go and change education system, right? No teacher can go and change what are the dynamics of education right now. So we have to come forward and provide them networks. We have to provide them links. Just a sec, guys. The battery is low. Yes. We have to provide them something that where they can come and talk about their concerns, and some people will help them. Some leaders in education or some experts in this field who can come forward and help students and listen to them right now. The most important thing for students is to listen, somebody to listen to them and help them change whatever they want to change about this education system. Yes, and let's talk about college students who don't know what they want to do in future, who don't know how to find their path in education system or even in life. Whoever and whoever right now are looking for work or looking to work in education space but don't know how to go about doing that. We are going to help them. We are going to help them start their own business. Due to Eduthon, with some expert mentoring, they can provide a prototype. They can make a prototype and then they can turn that prototype into startup. And there are many leaders and education experts and mentors with us right now who can help them to build their startup. So yes, and even parents, let's talk about parents, whoever are right now concerned about their kids, how they are going to approach education after the pandemic has subsided, and what will the education be after pandemic. Will it be safe for students to go back to schools and colleges and study right now in this environment? So to answer all these questions, we are here. We are going to provide a platform to parents as well as teachers, as well as education leaders, as well as students, to just come and tell us what their problems are, to build a prototype with us, and to go forward and make a startup out of this or make some great initiative out of this, and just do something right now when change is absolutely needed. So yes, this is how we are going to approach when it comes to different category of people. um, you can contribute us by helping us nominating someone who really want to do something about changing this education system, changing the education space, but don't know about makeshift yet. You can nominate a mentor, you can nominate a teacher, leader, or a student, And for more ways of contributing to us, there is a donate now link in our website. You can go there and donate to NGO. Obviously, this online platform is not going to reach to many people who are in rural areas right now, who are not in cities. So you can donate on our website. Our registration is free. We are not going to use any of the money. We are going to donate it to our NGO partners, ThinkSharp, who are going to bridge the gap between rural and urban divide. That is the technological divide, or the internet, or availability of internet. They are going to help students there to provide them with technology, tablets, internet, and everything. So they can also come and join others. When we are learning online in cities and in urban areas, rural students are sitting at their home and they don't know what to do. They are uncertain about their future. School was the only place they could go and learn right now. So we need to bridge that gap, and that's why ThinkShop is our NGO partner right now. And if you donate, all the proceedings will go to NGO partner. The next thing we can do is you can join us as corporate partners or as business partners and help us implement this idea, or help us incubate many startups that we are going to come up with during the course of this hackathon that we are organizing. And after that, obviously, you know how to register and how to go on our website right now and register. Registrations are on, and mostly teachers and education leaders are registering right now because they're obviously passionate about changing education system. But we want more participation from people who are not in education space but really want to change it. I'll look at some questions here. Yeah, you can put your questions in the comment box right now. You can register in any language because we have some expert on board who can translate it for us. If you are not comfortable with English language, you can register in Marathi, Tamil, Telugu, or whatever language you're comfortable in. Let's go through what Eduthon is again. This is the registration link in the comments box. You can go there and register. Let's talk about Eduthon then. So as a student, teacher, or parent, if you register, registration is totally free. You can go register right now also. Registration is going to be live for 10 days. And during this course of time, whatever registrations we get, we are going to screen those registrations and select around 100 to 100 people, or even better, if we get more registrations and we can increase the number of people we are going to accommodate in this program. So we will screen you guys, and then we will select few people to work with us in this eduthon or hackathon. Then there is going to be a learning phase where many of the people who don't know what exactly eduthon is and what exactly are the topics they need to work on to change this education space. There are many themes that we are going to look into, and we will teach you what this is all about. We'll onboard some mentors and we will conduct online sessions. We'll go live on Facebook with experts, and we will just help you learn what this is all about. After that, we will focus on ideation. Ideation is the second phase in which you will come up with your own ideas to change the education space. And after that, there is going to be a hackathon sprint of 48 hours. And those 48 hours, we are going to refine your ideas. You're going to come up with some prototype which is ready to implement. Then we are going to evaluate in the next phase. And after it is selected after the evaluation, we are going to implement that with our implementation partners and incubation partners. So yes, after this, you might have a chance of having your own um, startup, say startup, or at least a working idea about what you're going to do. You can ask any questions in the comments down below. So if you know anybody like who wants to change this education sector or change education space, you can nominate them and tell them more about Makeshift. Any questions? You can get in touch with us through DMs, or you can go on our website where there is a nominate somebody you know space. You can go there and just nominate. We'll also make a form for you to suggest people to us, and that form will be circulated on our websites and on our social media platforms. Or you can just contact us directly through Facebook, or send them the website and they'll just connect with us and register. We're also going to provide implementation support to you guys, and there will be a networking event for all of you. So this is going to be great for people who don't know many people in education sector but want to work in education sector. We will help you with all the contacts and everything, all the corporate partners and NGO partners. There will be implementation partners, incubation partners. So you'll get to know and get in touch with all of those people. So it is going to be a great opportunity for people who don't know leaders in education sector right now. The eduthon is going to be actually 1 to 1.5 months till July. So yes, it is a long commitment, but after the commitment, there will be a great, starting point. Okay, so Sharvari is saying, please introduce myself. I'm working with Makeshift right now as content creator and social media strategist. And even I have faced many problems in education sector, and due to that thing, I'm here today to help spread awareness about this platform. I'm myself a student of final year right now, and many students just like me who are in final year must be facing problems with exams, who are completing their graduation or completing their post graduation and are in final year might be facing some problems due to implementations of examination in current scenario, because most of the examinations have not been conducted right now and we don't know if it's going to be safe or not to conduct them. And there are many such questions which we want to answer for students as well as for parents. Whoever is concerned about the future of education and education after this crisis can join us. Hopefully we can give you some answers. Hopefully we can give them some solutions to deal with this. Yes. The program is going to be conducted till 5th of July. We are going to implement it in phases like I told you. The learning phase will be the biggest phase that we have, biggest time span it will have. And in learning phase, we'll focus on making you understand the themes and whatever the areas we are working in right now. If you have any questions, please ask. Also, this is my first live, so that's why I'm stuttering right now. But yeah, it's hard to take a live, I understood right now. Yes, we are introducing our mentors and partners in few days. We'll introduce our NGO partner tomorrow. So stay tuned and look at our platforms to know about our partners. Many educational institutes and many corporate partners have onboarded. We have onboarded till now. So you can just look at our social media platform to know more about our partners and whoever are going to join us in the span of next few months. So can we just make it an interactive session, because I don't know if you have any doubts or not and what is not clear till now. What kind of changes you are expecting in education system, and how are you sure that this program will help teachers to cope with changes? Okay. Changes I'm a student right now, so changes according to me should be in curriculum or the way we approach education and all. But for teachers are already passionate about making changes in education system. So teachers can help us change the way we approach education, the way we teach students, the environment we are creating for students to learn in right now. They can even help us in changing curriculum for better. to make it more practical, if I may. There are also there are going to be many education leaders who are going to be joining us in this process. So we can ensure that whatever ideas we come up with, they are going to be implemented, and there will be some or the other way to make it reach more people and to create the change. So yes. Any more questions, guys? Are you going to discuss preschool issues? Yes, we are going to discuss preschool issues also. Are you a parent or are you a teacher? From teachers' perspective, also we are going to talk about preschool, high school, also and middle school. Obviously, universities and colleges and whatever the yes, and whatever problem you are facing as a parent or as a teacher, we are going to address each and every problem that you bring to us, and we are going to, make sure that all these problems are addressed and all these problems are dealt with, and we come up with some preschool teacher. Okay. So, what problems do you think students are facing in preschool right now? And are you worried about how education is going to go forward after the pandemic? If you are a preschool teacher, ma'am, yes. As a preschool teacher, you might be worried about the kids because they don't understand how to deal with, they don't even understand what pandemic is. And after this, we cannot tell them like to maintain social distancing. It is hard to police social distancing of such small kids, and they don't understand what exactly to do in this situation. So as a teacher, you can help them, or you can help us come up with some ideas to deal with this, to make them understand, or to make it more safer for preschool kids. If there is any problem that is not present in our theme, you can just tell them and we will add it to our list of problems that we are going to approach and deal with. In our registration form, there is a section where you can talk about the problems that you think are in different sectors of education. Any more questions? Also, please excuse me if I'm stuttering a lot because this is my first live, and seriously, I'm a bit nervous. So, yeah. Yes, we are obviously focusing on the problems of youth. As a youth myself and as a student who is in final year of college right now, and my exams are in state of uncertainty and the future is uncertain, um, we are obviously going to address the problems of youth and whatever problems school students or university and college students are facing, and how we are going to go about conducting semester exams, or we are going to make it online, and if we are going to make it online, how many students are actually able to access technology and able to access gadgets to help them. Also, we have to think about the rural areas right now who don't have all these facilities. We are talking through internet and we are talking through all these gadgets, but this is limited to just all of us. The people in rural areas have far more important problems to look after than just education. They have to think about their livelihood, so we are going to help with such people also. And many students who are in colleges right now come from rural areas also. So we need to focus on finding innovative solutions to bring education to them. If they are not going to come back after the pandemic to cities, and if they find it is hard to make a livelihood in cities, we have to address that question too. That how we are going to approach education for the students who are not living in urban area, who don't have all these facilities that we have right now. Could you explain the process, the selection people would go through? If we get more than 200 registrations in next few days, then there will be a selection process, and we're going to see what kind of problems you're facing. It's not going to be a screening kind of a screening, but yeah, we'll just shortlist some people who actually want to address some bigger issues in education, but we'll try to accommodate everybody. Selection is only when we have a number of people that we won't be able to handle on this platform, but if we could, we will include everyone. There won't be like selection or something like that. Is this specifically aimed at issues after pandemic alone or problem of education as a whole? So education system had problems even before pandemic, and problems are prevalent in education systems since many years, and education system has not been changed since more than 100 years, and we have to think about all those issues that we had in education before pandemic, and also the issues that are going to be newer issues that are going to rise after pandemic. So we are going to focus on both of this. It's not only about pandemic or not only about issues before pandemic. This will be about both of it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting nervous obviously, but thank you for your support. From the next life, I think I'll be much better at this and much better at conveying my ideas to you. But yeah, yes. Like Sharvari said, screening is only to see applicants' motivation and commitment, because this is going to be a long program. This is not going to end in 15 days or something, or even 20 days. We have to go through a process of all of this. We have to go through 4 phases, and we have to see if participants are ready to be with us for so many days, because this is going to be a long process. Changing something is not always easy. So yes, you have to be committed to the change, and you have to be with us at least for a month and a half. So that is why the screening is needed, but nothing to check your eligibility or anything, because you all can be change makers. Any more questions? Please ask. Okay guys, if you don't have any questions, I'll just end it right now. Yes, exactly. Also, the learning phase is going to be the longer phase in all of the phases that we have. And I know many people are not still sure how we are going to address the situation or address the concerns that you're going to bring to us. But yes, we'll talk about that more in the learning phase itself. Yes, we'll give you the link. We'll pin the link in the comments so you can register. We want more and more participation from students and from teachers and just university students and college students and school students also. Okay, guys. If you don't have any questions now, I'll just end this. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'm really sorry to repeat my words and to get nervous and to stutter, but okay. This was my first live, so cut some slack for me. And next time I'll try to do much, much better live than this one. And also I'll try to charge my device and answer your questions even in a better manner that I'm doing right now. Because I'm nervous. Okay. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna go offline now. And thank you for your support. And okay, doing live is hard, but it's okay. I'll do better next time. And yeah, just see you in the next live. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining and thank you for asking your questions. And yes, it was a try from my side to take a live, but yeah. Thank you.